What's good, YouTube? AJ Hova checking in once again. And today I'm going to be coming at you with some more sound advice, some very cold game that you're going to be needing on your self improvement journey. Stay locked in, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment down below what you think of the dialogue. Now, let's get into it. So, I'm going to be talking to you today about being misunderstood on the self improvement journey. When you're working on your calling and you're taking steps towards reaching all your goals, people are gonna misunderstand you, and that's okay, and you need to be okay with it, right? Now, there's a few points of it, and I'm gonna get into it all, right? The first point is people will say that you're wasting time, and it's not that you're actually wasting time, it's because you're spending time doing things that aren't conventional. It's not the shit that they teach you in school. It's not waking up, going to work a 9 to 5 for somebody who would never pay you a wage that could afford you any escape from the rat race. It's not you spending your time trying to climb up a corporate ladder where the same people have been running things for the past 20 to 30 years and will never give you a chance to get in their position, right? Whenever you're working on your life's work and you're doing the work that's going to get you to where you're actually supposed to be in life, people are going to say you're wasting time because they're projecting that shit. They're the ones wasting time. They spent the last 10, 20 years working the same bullshit job, and the biggest purchase they can make in a year is some bullshit subwoofers for a fucking shitty two-door 2004 car that sounds like it's going to blow up every time they pull off from a green light. Don't worry about anybody who is talking that noise, because that's all it is noise, and it's gonna distract you from what you're actually supposed to be doing in the day-to-day, and you cannot let it have any space in your mind, lest you get down on yourself and you know what I'm saying, get thrown off your path. The second point of being misunderstood on your self-improvement journey, people are gonna downplay your goals, and it's not because they're goals that aren't where they're not worthy destinations to be trying to get to. It's that they're goals that are so big that they scare people when they hear it out loud, because they don't have the wherewithal in themselves to even think that deeply, to think that largely. They don't have the confidence in themselves to aim that big, to swing for the fences like that. It has more to do with them than it does with you. And I will tell you, on your self-improvement journey, when you find your calling, trying to perfect the craft and grow it to a level where it's something that can bring change to you and possibly the world, that is worth aiming at. And don't let anybody tell you different. These are people who have probably aimed at the same thing and failed once or twice, and now they've written off everybody else and just assumed that it's not possible to do. You're the person that changes their mind about that. You're the person who, whenever you perfect your craft and you grow it to a size where it's so mainstream that everybody recognizes you for it, you serve as an example to that person, those people who are going to tell you that your goals are too crazy, that they just weren't thinking crazy enough. The third point of being misunderstood in your self-improvement journey, people are going to actively misinterpret your calling. They're going to act like they don't understand how this applies to anything you've ever done before and why you would be aiming at it now. You know what I mean? So I went to school for accounting, and I've always liked numbers. I've always liked exponential growth. I've always had a love for finance and stuff like that, outside of sports, outside of competing in sports. But public speaking is something that I've always had a natural ability to do. I've always had a large vocabulary, and it's the only thing that has given me the same rush since competing in sports. And it is just, I feel like it's something, and I know it's something that I'm supposed to be doing at a very high level. That right there, like, whenever I first switched to public speaking, I had people who would tell me that, no, you speak well, you should be doing this for crowds and stuff like that. But I also had people who told me that I don't see how this applies to anything you've ever done. You competed in sports and then you went into accounting. Why didn't you just stay in accounting? Right? That's so much more of a structured industry, right? And with me, I'm not somebody who takes the easy route. I'll walk it for a little bit, but once I get bored, I need to find something that's going to stimulate me. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people run into. They'll be doing their work and it's like, yeah, I like you chose to do this, you know what I mean? Because it is so structured and it is so safe and it does provide you a guaranteed salary down the line somewhere. But you know in your heart of hearts that it's not what you're really in love with doing. Your calling is something that once you find it and you throw yourself into it and you decide to start perfecting that craft, that it doesn't feel like work. It doesn't feel like work because at that point you're doing something that you are genuinely fond of, and whether or not you're getting results for it or not, it doesn't matter. You are in love with the process of perfecting that craft. And people are gonna act like that's crazy, but it's not. In one ear and out the other, my guy. In one ear and out the other. Fuck what anybody's talking about and they act like they can't see the vision. You bring it forth, and when it's so mainstream that they don't have no choice but to see it, they'll get it. They'll get it. The last point of being misunderstood on your self-improvement journey, people are gonna have no respect for your progress. You gotta be okay with that. You reject people that neglect your respect for the progress of your baby steps. And whenever you're making your progress, it's a lot of it's gonna be behind the scenes. No one's gonna see it at first, right? And if they do see it, it's gonna be like, oh, well, they're just waiting on you to fall off, right? Well, you're not gonna be doing it for forever. It's not gonna stay. It's not gonna keep growing, right? That sort of bullshit. Don't worry about it. It's the same as everything else. It's just fucking noise. It's just fucking noise. And once you get to where you're going, much like anything else, once they see that you've made this work, once they see that your results have gotten to a level where it's something that they have no choice but to recognize, you'll see them start supporting. But like I said, you reject those people. What you'll find is whenever you have people who are telling you that you're crazy, the people who are telling you that you're not, those are the people that you need to be surrounding yourselves with. You'll find your tribe that way. That's how you find a lot of the people who are supposed to be in your tribe. By ciphering through the people who say that you're crazy, you'll find the people who say that you're not. You'll find the people who are on the exact same path as you, that you can get on the same accord and you can do great work with them. This is all just some more cold game, some free game that you're gonna be needing on your self-improvement journey. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, on your self-improvement journey, keep your chin up, your chest out, and always keep it pushing.